So what is going on, people, and welcome to episode 32 of the Peterborough United career mode here on FIFA 23, and this is the end of season episode. A lot in store for today, so if you are looking forward to it, make sure that you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel as we look ahead for another season in the Championship. But first, we have the small matter of 5 games today to round out the season. So we will start with a simmed game at home to Sunderland. We will then play the next 3 away at Coventry, away at Brentford, and then at home to Brighton before simming the last game against Swansea. Just looking now to get the season done, move into the next season, and just hopefully build upon our squad and look to make a proper challenge for the playoffs and maybe even automatic promotion next season. This is how the Championship table looks then. So we sit in 8th, 5 games after the season, of course, 15 points adrift of the playoffs. And well, it's pretty much, really, you would say, a straight shootout between Norwich, Preston and Sheffield United for those last 2 spots. You would imagine that the other 4 are safe. Leeds, 7 points clear of Watford in 2nd. They look to wrap up the title in this episode. Scored 90 goals this season. And Watford, Brighton and Brentford all looking to slug it out for that 2nd place as well. So we'll have a look at how things develop. But for now, let's go and play this game against Sunderland. And we'll just get straight into it. So there you can see that is our lineup. We're going with what we have done the last couple of games. Of course, last episode was a very fruitful one. 3 wins from 3 and all very comfortable scorelines as well. But this is how it looks like Sunderland are going to line up. Patterson in goal. Back 4 of Huggins, Wright, Ballard and Alessi. And then a midfield 4 of Djaku, Bar, Matete and Bennett with Pritchard in behind Ross Stewart. We will just quick sim this game. And we come away with a 1-0 win. And it's Joseph Garner, of course, getting the goal for us. And it looks a fairly comfortable win for us as well. So a good start to the episode then. And now we push forward and we take on Coventry. So for our first played game of the episode then, this is how Coventry, our hosts, line up. Simon Moore in goal. 5 at the back. Darboe, Eccles, Rose, Wallace and Bidwell in defence. Sheaf and Hamer sat just behind O'Hare with Godden and Tyler Walker up top. No Gyökeres for them. I don't know if he's moved on or he's just injured, but there's certainly some capable players in their side, that is for sure. We are playing as per normal, and we're playing in our home kit. I know it's blue against blue, but considering how light Coventry's home kit is, I figured that this would probably be a better option to play in rather than the green. So that's what we're going with at the moment. I'm not too sure what way to turn. It's Hamer who has the strike, and thankfully for us it's easy for Dan Bentley, but a lively start from both teams. And Estrada, can he find that ball? He can. It's a superb pass to Joseph Garner, who's into the area, and he finds the back of the net with a fairly simple finish. He's made it look good. He's in the fans. That sounds weird. He's in with the fans to celebrate as he scores his 40th goal of the season. Absolutely mental. We wondered if we could hit another 40-goal season for one of our strikers. And well, Garner has done exactly that. Unfortunately, no one's replicated his output from last season. Of course, Clark Harris, the man who scored 40. I think Garner might have hit 40 himself as well, but we haven't had another player that's been able to hit that sort of milestone. But when you get one of them to do it, that's pretty impressive enough. As that pass from Garner wasn't great, as Godden gets to move this one forward, and Garner can get a ball through to David Bender. Can he outpace Wallace? He can. He's in the area. We'll cut this one back, and it's Jack Taylor who's made the run forward, but a great block in there. I've seen this one up and over the bar. Bender tries to find Garner, who gets his head on it, and that's a superb header. Too much on it for the defender on the line to keep it out. Positioned perfectly. The keeper wasn't going to get that. Right in the top corner. Defender has helped it over the line for certain, but can't keep it out. And despite being under the cosh, we have managed to grab ourselves a second. Bender with the corner. Aim for that near post again. And it's Estrada. Will knock this one down for Nezovic, who's going to have a strike, you know, on his right foot. Oh, and it was a bit awkward for Simon Moore in the Coventry goal. Wasn't 100% sure. The strike didn't have too much on it. And Bender on his right hand side. Has he got Bedwell for pace? He's getting by him, you know. And there's a man in the middle here. Oh, and the cross. Oh, Elias. Oh, he's rifled it against the post. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That would have sealed the game for definite. But as it is, it's rifled back off the post. That would have been nice if that had have flown in off the left peg of Elias. That's a good ball for Taylor, who could be in behind. Taylor, Tommy Smith have the strike on his left. Not the greatest strike, but that will be full time. 2-0 at finishes. Fairly comfortable second half, it must be said. Certainly easier than the first, but we will take it. The first played game of the episode. A pretty comprehensive win, all things being said. I wonder what the stats will suggest. Coventry had the better of the game. To be fair, they did dominate the first half, so... But I felt like second half we were certainly comfortable. And yeah, we were more than good value, I would have said. Yeah, lots of... Oh, Ghana's up to 86 rated now. But yeah, lots of concern, obviously, because the board expectation was automatic promotion. We haven't reached that, so just have to see what the end of the season brings, really. On to Brentford next. So for our second play, gave them away at the Brentford Community Stadium. This is how our hosts line up. 4-3-3 for them. David Raya in goal, back four of Hickey, me, Aya and Sorensen. Vitaly Janelt in the base of the midfield with Jensen and Amiri in there. And Buemo on the right, Niane up top, Visa out on the left, and some very good options, of course, for them on the bench. Gusto there as well. No Ivan Toney, interestingly. Don't know if he's moved on or injured. I doubt his band would have come into FIFA, but there you go. We are lining up as normal. Ghana's up to 86, Estrada's up to 74. Some lovely growth. We are playing in the green kit today. The last time that we played Brentford, we actually beat them. I'm fairly sure. I think we beat them 3-2. Yeah, we did. It was that start of December episode where we played Brentford, Brighton and Norwich. And we started the episode with a win over Brentford and then lost the other two games. So hopefully that pattern doesn't follow as we play Brighton immediately after Brentford in this one. But Brentford playing pretty well early doors here. Some slick, quick passing. Going to have to be on it today as we are playing in the capital. And Buemo, that's Visa on that left-hand side. And he's turned Tommy Smith. Thankfully, the back heel is not up to scratch, but that will go out for a goal kick and we can breathe a sigh of relief. Janelt moving the ball around very quickly. Niane has the strike and Bentley with a solid left hand turns it away. It will stay in play though. Oh, and they've turned me superbly, although Edwards has done very well there. And can we now break? Estrada, with plenty of space to work with, has potentially released Ghana, although Hickey was getting back, but Ayer has just come across and dealt with that single-handedly. Said, yeah, boys, hold my bit, I'm off. And there could be some gap in between here, and there is, and Buemo looks to exploit that. Edwards has come over to try and deal with it. He's gone back to Hickey, back to Buemo. Try to get a toe in, and we've intercepted the pass, and Ghana could be off here. Wait, just the run from Elias didn't quite come in time. The tackle came in. Certainly not, despite them playing a man less in defence, not having the normal joy we would do against a four-man defence, but that is because that defence is a fair bit stronger than most of those in the division, as Niane Amiri is forward into the area. Knight needs to stick with him. Nothing stupid. Smith with Visa. Oh, it's Amiri. It's a block. It's not a block, but it's over. Brentford just camped in our area then. Couldn't get out to them. We got some good blocks in, thankfully, though, when the ball presented itself to Janelt there. He blasted it over. Bender needs to cut back. Found Jack Taylor. That was supposed to be for Estrada. Nezovic. Not having the best game, admittedly. Nezovic in the middle of midfield there. Amiri now bursting from midfield and got the pace to hold off his man, thankfully. Oh, Knight had read the play. Oh, it's a good save again from Bentley. He'd read the play, but then the pass out from the back was less than ideal. Yeah, it's all Brentford in this game, as you might expect. And Nezovic again caught on the ball. Tried to twist out and play. That was always going to be a goal. A lovely turn and finish from Ibrahim Niane. We know how good he can be. Had him on FIFA last year. But Nezovic again, the man getting caught on the ball. There was space I saw out wide. I think it was for Elias. So I tried to turn on the ball, but the man just closed me down, dispossessed me. And Buemo, it's a lovely turn. Knight is overcommitted. And as good as Bentley has been so far in this game, was never going to be able to keep that one out. Brentford lead in this game, and it's unfortunate, but it has been coming, and there's not really a lot we can complain about because they have been so much better than us. And again, Elias this time, the one caught dawdling on the ball. And we've tried to... Oh, Edwards has done really well there to anticipate that. And Nezovic has got the ball out of his feet, and Garner will do the same. And give the ball to Elias. Not too much in the way of support at the moment. He tries to get a cross in, but it will go out of play. And it is a throw right in the corner. And we'll try and get this one. Oh, it's Estrada. And he'll try to strike. Can someone have a strike? Elias gets a shot away, but it will be a corner. Estrada with the said corner into the area. Garner tries to get there. Nezovic. It's Taylor from deep, and it's blocked well. And that should be that, I think. And it will be. Half time. Brentford lead, and can't really complain, to be honest. It's been one-way traffic all this first half, and yeah, they've certainly looked good for it. A little bit disappointing, but we're going to need to find something, hopefully a counter, as some tired legs start to appear. Late doors. Oh, Garner almost robs in. See, we get those sorts of tackles in their half, and it falls back to them. Those sorts of tackles in our half still fall to them. That's not really fair, is it? Oh, Burrows, well. Made the initial block. Hickey has therefore stubbed it out of play. But got away with that one a little bit. Nezovic to Estrada. Now Garner just needs to wait for support. And it comes in the shape of Elias. Oh, and there's a run being made here. And it's Garner. And he has to strike across goal. And he will find the back of the net. And that's the sort of goal that we were banking on, really. Almost a counter-attack. Lovely play from Garner. Feeds the ball up wide to Elias, but then begins his burst from deep. And it's, yeah, he's in behind the defender. A lovely ball from Elias. And Garner, from that sort of angle, he would do well to miss. He's duly applied the finish. We're back level at Brentford. A bit against the run of play, but a really good start to this second half. Amiri. Oh, let me change to the right player, please. Visa down this left-hand side. Sorensen back to Visa. Niane. Jensen on the edge. Damsgaard on as a substitute, and that's really well worked. And Amiri smashes it into the back of the net. I was too concerned, really, with looking at the names of the players to make sure I got them right, rather than actually focusing on my defending. But there was really good, intricate play. And that strike. Keeper's never going to save that. Brentford back in front. Our parity didn't last long. That's a lovely 1-2. And Sorensen, Niane. He's just bundled his man off, and it's Damsgaard. And it should be 3-1, really. That's a yellow card for Amiri. Not too sure where that's come in, but it's a substitute for Brentford as they bring on Gusto. It's a ball in. Bakari wins that well as the substitute. It's into the area again, and it's a really good finish again from Amiri. Ball played into him, no one near him, and couldn't get anyone close to him to try and block the shot. And it's a very good finish from Amiri, and yeah, just couldn't get anyone near him. He got the time and space to pick his spot. Curls it in beyond Dan Bentley, and I think this game is now beyond us, but still, if we can grab another goal, Garner, again, mate, if you fancy getting on your bike, that would be ideal. He has got on his bike here, to be fair. And he's got us a goal. There we go. That's what happens. If that had happened last time, we'd have been level again. But as it is, Bender was patient with his play. Waited for Ghana to make the run. Just go on, son. There you go. He's in. And yeah, very good finish from Ghana. 3-2. Maybe this game is not over yet. It's on the edge. It's back to Amiri. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And it's going to be 4-2. Ben Mee has split the defence in half there. Found Matthias Jensen. Lovely with that little ball. Completely sold the whole defence. And they've restored their 2-goal advantage, Brentford. But yeah, this little pass in here, this one, that gap is just, yeah, it's a gaping hole. And he's found it superbly. And it's a lovely touch and set from Jensen. Bentley spreads himself, but the damage already done. Bakari looks to cut inside. Ghana. Oh, I need some support. And it's there, to be fair. Estrada. There's a ball in here for Koulibaly. Oh, that's a lovely finish from Tanguy Koulibaly. His first goal for Peterborough. And what a time to get it. And what a finish it is as well. Didn't have a lot of space to work with. But it's opened up quite nicely. Estrada on this left. A lot of space there for Koulibaly. But only had a slight gap to aim at. With the two defenders closing in. And he's found that top corner absolutely superbly. Raya gets fingertips to it, you know. But cannot keep it out. Koulibaly, bringing him on as a substitute, has been paying off. Or has finally paid off, I should say. Nice bit of play from Brentford. And it finds Niane, who plays a ball in behind for Lewis Potter. Ernesto Oliveira. Oh, overshot that a little bit. Amiri into the area. Back to Lewis Potter. Oliveira for company. Gets the wrong side of him, and it's a very good save from Bentley. Would have been a lovely finish from Lewis Potter as he looks to curl that one in the far corner. But thankfully for us, Bentley is able to turn it around the post, and Edwards, oh, got a little bit fortunate with that. But can we break? There's men over here, and Ghana, well, he might not need them. He's going all the way, Joseph Ghana. Unbelievable. Joseph Ghana. Oh, it's saved. Oh, it's a wonderful save from Raya. Taylor. Bakari. Ghana. He's in! He's equalised. Get in there. It's 4-4. And Ghana has grabbed himself a hat-trick. And he's going wild. I'm celebrating with him. I could have sworn he was offside. That first time pass from Bakari was what made the difference there. The fans, you'd think they'd be a little bit happier than that. But my word, the pass from Taylor in there, Bakari with the first time ball, and it's just, he's just turned and hit it. But that instinct to know where the goal is, it's the touch from Aya that sets him up. He can't quite get there, the centre half. It's just turned and shot, and thankfully that man has scored over 40 goals this season. He knows where the goal is, and his instincts have grabbed him a hat-trick and maybe grabbed us a point. What an unbelievable game this has turned out to be. 43 goals in 44 games for Ghana. And there is the final whistle. What a game to end, well, towards the end of the season. Ghana gets the match ball. Absolutely astonishing game. What do the stats say? That Brentford dominated, and so they did. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What a game, but yeah, Brentford will not be happy that they haven't won that game. What a performance. 4-4 it finishes. So for the final played game of this season then, this is how our visitors Brighton line up. Sharpen is in goal for them. A back four, Ralston, Dunk, Veltman and Estupinian. Moda and Casado holding for them. Musa out on the right, Trossard on the left, Sanson in behind Deniz, Undav, and as you can imagine, some capable options on the bench, which is a little bit frustrating. We have made a change. Koulibaly is coming for Bender. We've moved Elias onto this right-hand side. Estrada on the left. Koulibaly is going to operate through the middle, as we've tended to do when we brought him on. Now, I know Estrada's playmaking ability has been really good through the middle, but I'm going to operate with a different mindset in a sense of Koulibaly has got a bit of pace about him, so I feel like another sort of bit of pace through the middle might work just as well, or just be like a slightly different offset. So we'll see how it goes, but Estrada has actually found the ball through to Koulibaly, and oh, it's A really good save by Sherpen. Out quickly to him. Nezovic gets a really good block in there. But yeah, almost paid dividends for us straight away. Poor touch there, and it allows Smith to get in. Oh, and Lice just can't get the ball out of his feet quickly enough. Nezovic tries to tackle thin air, which is always decent. Trossard, who was our main problem in the reverse fixture. Oh, Jesus. Playing the ball about nice and quick, which is always great. Undav. Oh, my word. Oh, no. Oh, thank God for that. Burrow's caught napping a little bit. The pass out isn't great there. Knight. Oh, it's a good save from Dan Bentley. Thankfully, our goalkeeping hero has come to the rescue a couple of times on that occasion. Thankfully for us. Oh, it's a lovely ball, and that's a good toe in. Oh, we're trying to play it out cutely. Thankfully, that shot is not ideal, and Koulibaly can come away, and he's found Elias, who could get past the Stupinian. Is he going to be able to get past Lewis Dunk as well? He is, you know. Elias, oh, he's just tried to open his body to try and bend that in the corner, but it's allowed Lewis Dunk to get back and just get that toe in to block it, and in the end it's dribbled into Sherpen. Yeah, not the greatest first half in terms of action. Like I said, a good midfield battle in there that I'm absolutely here for, as someone's just tried to clean out Estrada. But both sides having chances to take the lead, but both also not at their best, it must be said. Taylor has a strike though. Oh, and it's where it looked fairly comfortable in the end for Sherpen, but it was travelling, that one. Got Smith on the overlap. That is where we will go. Smith finds Koulibaly. Oh, it's Estrada, and it is going to find the back of the net. I thought Koulibaly was going to get in his way, but really good attacking play from Estrada, following in from the initial shot. And well, it was yeah, I wonder, that shot from Koulibaly surely would have hit the back of the net if it hadn't have been blocked. But it was a good block in there. Estrada follows in to make sure though, and he connected to that. It would have hit the bottom corner. I thought Koulibaly was going to get in his way. Thankfully, just about jumps out of the way, and we are the side to break the deadlock. Koulibaly, not the greatest pass to Ghana. I think that's the one thing you lack from playing Koulibaly. You've got sort of an extra attacking threat going forward because of his pace. That's really good, and it's going to be a goal. It's Trossard. That's one thing you get with Koulibaly in his pace, but you don't get the passing ability that you get from Estrada. So it's a thing you'd have to contend with. Maybe just bring Koulibaly and play him out wide. But yeah, Trossard played in, unmarked. A really good finish as well, outside the foot. Not much we can do, and it's 1-1. Elias looking to go all the way on his own. He could well do, you know. Elias has come all this way, and Elias, straight from kickoff, has scored. And now for the ball out wide. We've done well to track the overlap, but still options in the middle. Knight is trying to do his best. Gets his toe on that one, and it will go behind for the corner as Casado is brought off for Pascal Gross. Not a bad substitute to bring on, really, is it? As well, Elias is being manhandled there, and that is a superb save. Little ball through, and I thought for all the world that whoever took that strike on was going to find the back of the net. Out to Undav, and he's guessed that really well, but he's given that straight away. And there's a ball in it, and a Stupinian is in by himself. Ah, and the ball falls back to Yunus Musa, and it's going to be a point for us in this game. Really unfortunate the way that that ball has fallen to him, but it could be a goal that means a lot to their promotion hopes. It's a really good initial save from Bentley, but unfortunate for us in the way it's fallen. But you know, we've competed well against both of the big sides that we've played in this episode so far. Although it might not be over yet. Koulibaly. Oh yeah, no, it will be now. There goes the full-time whistle. But yeah, a point against both of the big teams that we played is certainly not to be sniffed at. But yeah, just unfortunate. It happens sometimes on FIFA, and of course it happened against Sheffield United, so it was Brighton having the better of the game. Yeah, having that defeat to Sheffield United, that was just really unfortunate, the way that goal came about. But that's it in terms of played games for this season. Elliot Lee will finally go out on loan, and it will be to Middlesbrough. Yeah, Koulibaly, well played, sir. You have played well these last few games. So for our final game of the season then, we face Swansea City. And while we have made, I think, one change. We've brought in Nathan Thompson. He is going to retire at the end of this season. We have brought him in for one last game to say thank you. Nathan, of course, hasn't played this season, I don't think. If he has, we might have played one game. But yeah, he's been here for a few years, was released by the club in the summer in real life. And yeah, he's retiring in-game here. But otherwise, it's as you work, a bit more growth. Nezovic is up to 76 now. So yeah, good growth from us. And Bender back in at Koulibaly's expense. And Swansea, this is how they look to line up. Fisher in goal. Rashisha, Cabango, Darling, Latibodia and Manning at the back for them. Walsh and Grimes in the middle. Whittaker on the right. Patterson on the left. Obafemi through the middle. For one last time this season, we will quick sim this game, and it's a 2-2 draw. Taylor and Garnett on the score sheet for us. We took the lead twice, couldn't hold on to it though. Obafemi and Whittaker. Well, a very even game, so maybe a draw, a fair result, and that is the season finished for us. We will have an end of season roundup, of course, but I will progress into sort of mid-late June, so all the European finals have been played, and then we'll have a look. And well, would you look at that? The middle of June, Joseph Garner has got his first England call-up. Things you love to see. But we are now towards the back end of June, so let's have a look then at how everything finished. In the Championship, we finished 9th, disappointingly. On the final day, we were in 8th. Bristol City were level on points with us, but they obviously won where we drew. Sorry, I was just looking at the results to see if I could see anything. So yeah, we finished 9th on 70 points, 20 wins, 10 draws, 16 losses, 98 goals scored, which is phenomenal. The most of anyone, but also 81 goals conceded, which is almost the most of anyone. McDonald's getting 88. But yeah, so Leeds win the league on 101 points. 5 points behind them are Brentford, who go back up automatically. So 2 of the relegated teams straight back up. And then one of Brighton, Norwich, Watford or Preston, who pip Sheffield United to the post, will be joining them in the Premier League. As I said, we sit 9th. If any of these teams are yours, by all means stop, have a look. Reading recovered very well from their drab start to the season. And relegated are Ipswich, Millwall and McDonald's. We are the only promoted team to survive in this season. If we have a look then, the FA Cup was won by Chelsea 2-1 against Manchester City. The Carabao Cup was won by Spurs. They beat Norwich 3-2 in the final. Really good run from Norwich. Norwich and Birmingham got to the semis. Very impressive indeed. Championship playoffs, can we have a look? Watford is the team that will be joining Brentford and Leeds. So Watford back in the Premier League. Brighton will have to endure another season at this level. The International Cup, oh, that was the friendly pre-season thing. The Super Cup this season was won by Real Madrid 3-2 over Arsenal. The Champions League was won by Barcelona, beating PSG 2-1 in the final. The Europa League this season was won by Roma, who beat Leipzig 1-0. And the Conference League won by Lazio, beating Aston Villa in the final. Interesting. And then the Euros. Oh, does that mean Ghana's going to be playing in the Euros? Germany, Ukraine and Finland. Wow. If Ghana plays in the Euros, what a story that would be. A championship player playing in the Euros. That would be fan-dabby-dozy. Right, if we have a look at the other leagues as well first. So if we have a look at the Premier League then, and Liverpool are the champions. Wow, 3 points down to 4th, a very tight title race. United finished 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Spurs 5th, Man City down in 6th. Wow. And then by all means have a pause, have a look if any of these teams are yours. Joining us in the Championship next season will be Fulham, Bournemouth and Palace. Oh wow, okay, so all the promoted sides, Blackburn, Burnley and West Brom, all survived. So that's just going to make the Championship even harder, I would say, next season. So yeah, Fulham, Bournemouth and Palace will be joining us. If we have a look at League One, who is up from League One? Barnsley and Bolton automatically promoted. Barnsley on goal difference. And then one of Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, Plymouth or Rotherham will be joining us. So again, only one of the teams relegated. No, two, sorry, of the teams relegated having a chance to come back up. The two teams coming up are League One teams normally. So really interesting to see. Wigan not long missing out as well. Pompey missing out on goal difference. Stockport doing well at this level, as of Northampton, who would have been promoted, but Colchester, Bristol, Salford and Morecambe are the teams relegated from League One. And coming up from League Two, Tranmere, Crawley and Bradford, and then one of Mansfield, Wimbledon, Forest Green or Port Vale. And then being relegated would have been Gillingham and Sutton. Carlisle just about hanging on in there. They're in the playoff final in real life. My word. If we have a look at Ligue 1, PSG by 5 points to Monaco, Lyon and Marseille complete the top 4. Have a look at the Bundesliga and it's Leipzig. Wow, Munich in 3rd, 12 points off the title. That's absurd. Leverkusen in 2nd, and they're buying at 8 points behind them. Dortmund finished 4th. Freiburg and Wolfsburg, the other European qualifiers from that league. Having a look at Serie A, it's Atalanta who win the league by 4 points. Inter, Roma and Juve in the Champions League. And then, yeah, Lazio, Napoli not having the best of seasons by their standards. If we have a look in Scotland, Celtic, wow, okay, oh no, there's still games to go there, I think, isn't there? And then if we have a look at La Liga, Barca win it by 4 points. Real Madrid finished 5th. Wow. Barca, Atleti, Villarreal, Sevilla, the teams of the Champions League. Real Madrid will be in the Conference League. And how did Malaga get on there? 4th? What a shame. In real life, of course, relegated. But there we go. That is how the league's finished. In terms of the Championship, Joseph Garner is the top scorer. 44 goals in the Championship this season. In 46 games. Didn't miss a game for us. Absolutely superb. Notable shout-outs for Passetto and the Snail for Preston. Selka as well. Vyman, Aronson and Dav all getting decent amounts. Is there any more players? Yeah, Bakari got 14 for us. I'm surprised he got that many, actually. In terms of assists, wow. Well, look at the amount we've got on there. Garner, there's 19. So just in the Championship, he's got 63 goal contributions. That's absurd. Aronson is 2nd, Estrada with 13, Elias 12, Bakari 11, Brady with 10. So we are 5 of the top 6. That's absolutely superb. In terms of clean sheets, Bentley down there with 9. That's really where our season came undone, unfortunately. 37 games that we conceded in this season. Needs to be improved. Woodman takes the Golden Glove. 15 clean sheets. So if we have a quick look then at the squad, and let's have a look how this is shaping up. So Bentley up 1 this season to 75. Really, really enjoyed Dan Bentley. I think he's been superb for us. And I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of transfer business as of yet. But obviously subject to any change, then the plans will be as I state them, of course, in this. Bentley 75 will be our number 1 next season. Bergstrom already up 5 on his loan spell. I think he'd grown when he was with us, but he's up to 71 rated now. Of course, still got 18 months on his loan deal at Werder Bremen, but really good growth. McNeil's gone up 1 on his loan spell to Feyenoord. I imagine we'll probably loan him out again next season. Butland, no growth from him, but I'm not expecting anything from Butland. He's just going to be a backup. Burrows up 4 to 75. Really good end to the season for him. Certainly going to be a player that we really sort of utilise, and He's going to carry us going forward, I dare say. A sort of group, a clutch of players that have really stepped up and really impressed with. And Burrows, yeah, really good end to the season for him. Ahmed up 1 to 71 will continue to be, well, actually might look to get rid of Ahmed next season, see if we can't improve on his position. Josh Knight up 2 to 73. Again, another one of those players that had a really good end to the season. But I think he stepped into that role with Edwards nicely and made that role his own. So, yeah, really enjoying Josh Knight. Ronnie Edwards, again, much like Burrows, sort of grew into it in the season, really. Once he adjusted to the step up, felt like he'd done really well. Up 3 to 75. Jonas David up 1 to 70 on his loan spell. Probably going to sell him, to be honest. Probably not really seen enough growth from him to justify keeping him around. Ernesto Oliveira up 1 to 72. Hasn't really had much of an opportunity to play, but will stick around the squad and continue to be a backup for us. Mads Anderson up 1 to 72. Was decent when called upon, but I just think now Knight has kind of made that role his own, so he's probably going to be a backup for us. Hassan, no growth from him, and I will look to sell him in the summer. Thompson down 4 now to 66 is retiring, as is Viola down to 62. Tommy Smith up 172. Really enjoyed Tommy Smith this season, actually. Yeah, really good addition to the defence. And yeah, I think I'm just very happy with him. Maxine Colin, no growth from him. I think I'm going to sell Colin in the summer, see if we can't upgrade potentially at right back. Nezovic up 4 to 76. Really enjoying Ivan Nezovic now that I've worked out how to play him. Just an absolute battering ram in the middle of midfield. And yeah, took a bit of a slow start, to be honest, to get used to him and also him getting used to us. But yeah, it's a really important cog in the middle of that midfield now, and only 19 as well. Tilio up 2 to 69. I'm going to sell Tilio in the summer when we get him back. Austin Thorpe up 8 on his loan spell in Poland, which is really good to see. We'll probably be looking to loan him out again next season. Drew Yearwood up 2 to 71. Probably look to sell Yearwood as well, to be perfectly honest. Idrissa Toure up 2 to 71. We'll probably sell Idrissa Toure as well. George Saville up 1 to 72. We'll see with George Saville. He's good enough to have around the squad, but probably won't have a place. It could be another loan spell for Saville next season. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we will sell him. Don't know yet. Yeah, no, Fuchs, no growth from him this season. Was really important for us last season, but just lost out his place really this season. But continues to be a good enough backup for us. Roy Brady up 2 to 73. That was purely because of the position change to central midfield. It's done alright for us this season, but as I said, sort of towards the end of the season, started to sort of wear off a bit, and now Taylor has sort of overtaken him in the pecking order. I think that's probably how it will remain going into next season, I would imagine. Taylor up 2 for us. Yeah, coming towards the end of the season, has done a really good job. I think he complements Nezovic quite well in the central midfield. Daniel Johnson, no growth from him this season. Started the season in the side, lost out quite quickly to all the young players that we brought in. I'll probably sell Dan Johnson in the summer. Elliot Lee is joining Middlesbrough on loan when excuse me, on loan when the window opens, up for the season to 63. Iñaki Oliveira up 1 to 72. Haven't really seen a lot of this guy, but I've enjoyed using him when I've had him, so he's going to stick around the squad. For sure. Koulibaly, again, someone that I've enjoyed using, up 1 to 73. Scored that really good goal against Brentford. So he will have a place in this squad next season. Ajiboye, really unfortunate. Did like Ajiboye last season, really enjoyed him, but again, just lost out. I think we'll look to sell in the summer. Ali Assad up 1 this season to 71, out on loan at Ajax. I think that growth came maybe while he was still here, but we'll probably look to sell Ali Assad in the summer. Lucas Saunders up 8 on his loan out in Turkey to 65. We'll look to loan him out again next season. Angel Estrada, wow, this man has really, really impressed me since coming in. Up 3 to 74. Made that number 10 spot his own. And yeah, really enjoy Estrada. Zachary Saunders, another youngster that we brought in sort of halfway through the season actually. He's up 5 on his loan spell. Again, only 17. We will definitely look to loan him out again next season. Bakari up 1 to 74. He's had an interesting season, hasn't he, Bakari? Started on the wing, then we had that long experiment of him playing up front, but I think it's worked out for the best that he's moved back onto the right-hand side. Well, actually, he's lost his place in the side at the moment, but certainly a good squad player. Feels a lot older than he is, only 25, but certainly, yeah, definitely going to have a place with us in the squad next season. Elias up 5 to 77. Really like Elias. Absolutely superb. Other than Garner, of course, our best player on paper. And was a little bit quieter in the last few sort of games. But yeah, he's really important to this side, I think. Oliver Curtis up 8 to 65 on his loan spell out in Turkey. We'll look to loan him out again next season. Bender up 4 to 75 now. Wow. Okay, so he's got a really good rating, but he just hasn't performed, David Bender. I will keep him in the squad. I will persist. Whether he is a starter for us next season, I don't know. But he's certainly a good enough squad player, for sure. Cristobal Guerra up 11 on his loan spell to 71. Absolutely superb growth from him. We will loan him out again next season, and yeah, it's see if he can't improve any more. Lucas Cole up 4 on his loan spell to 59. Out in France, we'll probably look to loan him out again next season. Jamal Lowe, no growth from him. Started in the side this season, started on the left, didn't do well, had a good patch of form, lost his place, brought in up front, had a really good run of scoring goals, and now he's just not quite up to it. So I'm probably going to sell Jamal Lowe in the summer. I think Ricky J. Jones, really good growth from him, and that's really important, because I did say when we loaned him out, depending on how well he'd done on his loan spell, I might look to sell him in the summer. As it is, with that sort of growth, he's probably done enough to keep himself in the side. So really good growth from him up to 72. It could well be a part of the squad next season. Philip Fisher, wow, really good growth from him. Up 11 on his loan spell out at Bristol Rovers. And yeah, he will go out on loan again next season. Joseph Garner, what can you say about him? Up 5 to 86. He's worth £85 million now, so if someone wants him this summer, it's going to have to be a bloody good bid. If we have a look at the stats then, most appearances this season, Smith played every game, Edwards, Burrows and Garner all played every game. Bentley only missed one. But yeah, really superb. Lots of regulars in there. Knight actually played a lot as well. In terms of goals, of course, we've seen, Garner with 44, 63 goal contributions in the Championship this season. Absolutely absurd. Bakari with 14, 11 assists, 25 goal contributions from him this season, which is very good. Elias, 20 goal contributions in 39. Low, 8 goals this season, not bad return for Jamal Lowe. Well, 8 goals in 12 games in the league, that's actually a very good return. Estrada grabbing 6, Johnson grabbing 6 as well. In terms of assists, of course, we've seen that Garner, Estrada, Elias, Bakari, Brady all hitting double figures. And yeah, just some really good growth. In terms of contracts, if we have a look, Bentley, Smith, Edwards, Garner, Jones, Hassan, Assad, Brady, Colin, Ajiboye, Johnson, Lowe, all out of contract at the end of next season. We will be selling some of these guys, but I'm certainly going to look to tie down the likes of Garner and co imminently. But yeah, lots of these players will be leaving us, to be fair. And that is it for this summer and this season. We finish in 9th. If we have a look at the objectives, actually, it's got a weak confidence rating, but it's not as bad as it was last season. Within 2 seasons, have at least whatever. Get 5 wins in the league. We got 20, absolutely great. We've completed that, but it hasn't ticked it. Oh, because we haven't got any... Because we've still got transfer budget, that's why. But we did the other bit. Gain auto promotion. A very big ask at the start of this season. The fact it's a low priority has probably helped us massively. But we finished 9th, which is superb for a first season back at this level. Didn't reach the round of 16 stage in the FA Cup because we got spanked. That really is it for this season. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Next season we look to build and potentially push for those playoffs, if not better. Guys, if you have enjoyed this season and indeed this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out at the start of next season. And I'll see you in the next one.